Hello everybody, so this is a bit of a different video from usual. Trust me, I know that nobody really came here to listen to me rant about the amazing digital circus. You all just want to see some of the stuff that I've promised. Few things. The PvZ episodes are gonna be postponed for a little while. I need to buy more characters for those, so yeah. Second off, I feel like this is probably important as well. The FNAF series. I do plan on making another episode very soon. I have the plot set up, thanks to my friend Fetch Entertainment for helping me with the plot and stuff. But yeah, so that episode will be out soon. I just have to make some characters for that, but that won't take nearly as long because I'm making the characters, not buying the characters. Anyways, let's move on to something I'm sure none of you were expecting me to talk about, the amazing digital circus. So I wanted to talk about the newest episode because it's the only episode that I haven't liked. Don't get me wrong, it was great. And I do think that all the animation was very well put together, but personally, I wasn't too much of a fan of the episode as a whole. Please don't make this like a comment war. Don't comment on my videos and hate on my opinions, because in the end of the day, it's my opinion. I understand that we all have differing opinions, and that's fine, but please don't hate on me for my opinions. I understand that a lot of people really liked this episode. Heck, my friend Cora loved this episode. But me personally, I wasn't too big a fan of it. And that can kind of go the same for some of my other friends. But yeah, so anyways, let me get into some of my problems with this episode. But first off, just to be clear, I'm not just going to talk about the bad. I'll also talk about some of the things that I enjoyed about this episode. But I'm going to get the bad stuff out of the way, so that way I can move on to the positive stuff, because I would like to end this video off on a positive note. So anyways, on to the first thing that I was not a fan of. I was not a fan of how Jax was portrayed here. It's kind of the only thing that I wasn't the biggest fan of in this episode. There are probably a couple of smaller things that I'll get into, but I was not a fan of Jax here. It was more like jerkish than usual, which I understand that Jax was meant to be a jerk character. He wasn't really meant to be like incredibly liked. He was always meant to be snarky and sarcastic and stuff like that. And just overall, just the one that kind of annoys people. But as time went on, sure, Jax felt... In the first 3 episodes, Jax did feel a little more antagonistic, I guess. But after those, it kind of felt like he went through a redemption arc, I guess. He felt a lot less, like, rude and a little more caring towards people. And then episode 5 came around, and like, he was still a jerk, but he was far less of a jerk. And then episode 6, he was the worst. Like, I don't know if this was just me, and I know that it wasn't just me because some of my other friends agreed with me when we watched the episode together. But Jax kind of went from 0 to 100 really fast in this episode. Like, at the beginning of the episode, it was classic Jax with his kind of snarky, making fun of people type thing. But then, at the end, he just got overly rude. And I know it really shouldn't feel out of place, because Jax was meant to be that way. But I don't know, man. He just, like I said, went from 0 to 100 really fast. I suppose my biggest problem with Jax in this episode was he kind of felt like they were trying to make people hate him so that if they did abstract him, he wouldn't be missed as much and the fandom wouldn't be as upset. Now, I could be entirely wrong. This could just be how gooseworx originally intended this to be, but this is just like how I think it is. But yeah, I suppose I should probably move on to the next topic. For once, I really liked Ragatha in this episode. I don't know what it is about Ragatha in the other episodes. She feels fake. Like, all of her caring and stuff is kind of artificial, you know? It's got nothing to do with the voice actor, by the way. Voice actor, once again, amazing job. You portrayed Ragatha very well. I just think that, personally, Ragatha feels fake. Like a fake friend, you know? And it's not even that I'm trying to be, like, negative about this show, because I really don't mind The Amazing Digital Circus. It's fine. But it's just, I don't think that Ragatha was just that good in any of the previous episodes. And I'll probably get a lot of hate for that, because there's a lot of Ragatha fans. But yeah, it's just not something that I really felt strongly about in the other episodes. So I'm glad that gooseworx made it a point to make Ragatha more, like, give her more of an arc this episode, you know? And, you know, overall, it was pretty cool. I overall had a lot more fun with Ragatha in this episode than I have in any other episode. So, another thing that I really enjoyed about this episode was the different character dynamics. I loved Kinger and Ragatha being together. I loved Gangle and Zooble together. Jackson Pomni was okay. And just overall, it was really cool. I enjoyed seeing different characters interact with each other, since Gangle and Zooble don't really interact a whole lot. Jackson Pomni have interacted a little bit. Ragatha and Kinger have interacted only a little bit, not too much. I very much loved the fact that Gangle's comedy mask didn't break this episode. It technically broke at the very end, I'm sure, because, you know, it broke when Jax shot her. But overall, I think it was fine, because she immediately gets her mask back, so she still has it. Plus, she was still happy underneath the comedy mask, which, honestly, I think is a work of art, because that now proves that Gangle has some character growth, you know? She feels more comfortable, and she doesn't feel like she has to wear a happy mask all the time in order to be happy. She can just be happy. So I love that about Gangle's character. So, all I have to say, it's the last point in my different topics, so all I have to say, gooseworx, keep up the good work, and please, nobody hate me for my opinions. I understand that it's not exactly what you come to my channel for, and I know that a lot of people loved this episode, but it's just, like, not my absolute favorite, and I hope you all understand. This doesn't mean that I hate the show, though. I actually quite loved this show in all of its entirety. So, if you guys want to, please go check out the show, if you haven't. I doubt that you haven't, but if you haven't, please go check out the show. It's quite genuinely amazing. I've never had more fun with a YouTube internet show that's free. And sure, there might be some better shows out there that I just haven't watched, but and if there are, please let me know. I want to watch them. But yeah, so anything that happens, please don't get mad at me for my opinions. And please don't start arguments in my comments section because I decided that I didn't like this episode. Just to be clear, it doesn't mean that I don't like the entirety of Amazing Digital Circus. I like the whole show. It's just the one episode was kind of out of place for me. I hope you enjoyed this little commentary video, and like I said, more videos will be out soon. But I'll see you guys later. Goodbye!